Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. First up, happy Thanksgiving to all of our U.S. viewers, and happy Black Friday. Hope you're getting some good games and TVs and such. This one's going out to Eduardo Pars, who watches our show and digs the fact that we talk about his favorite games and also some cool movies and stuff. That's right, man. This rundown's all yours. Complicated themes about the nature of power, the concept of God, and the morality of vigilante justice aren't too heavy for Injustice 2. Characters from the iconic graphic novel Watchmen might be coming to the DC fighting game. Director Ed Boon recently posted a poll on Twitter asking fans if they want to see Watchmen characters in the game, and no surprise, the overwhelming majority of respondents said yes. Although Watchmen is easily one of the most popular comics in DC's library, the company has been reluctant to exploit its characters. So if they do appear in the new Injustice game, it would be one of their first times appearing alongside other DC icons like Batman and Superman. I guess Dr. Manhattan would make short work of a simple alien like Superman because he's basically a god, although expect things to be more balanced in the game. Injustice 2 is slated to arrive next year. If you're desperately wanting to start a new adventure in the Fable franchise, you're not the only one. Fable creator Peter Molyneux wants to make a new game in the series. Speaking with Games Radar, Molyneux revealed that he would love to do Fable 4, and he thinks it's crazy that it isn't being made. He adds that the studio tried to do it, but it's unclear if he's referring to the canceled project Fable Legends or an unannounced fourth game in the main Fable series. Molyneux adds that if he were to make Fable 4, he'd have to get the original team back together, and that might be a bit complicated. Microsoft closed down Fable developer Lionhead Studios earlier this year, following Molyneux's exit from the company in 2012. Microsoft still owns the rights to the franchise, so if a new game gets made, it will have to be through them. Peter Molyneux is currently working on smaller games at a new studio called 22 Cans, and many of the former Lionhead staff are now employed at other companies. It seems likely that Microsoft will eventually do something with the franchise, but there's no telling when that will happen or if Molyneux will be involved.
I knew you would succeed, sir.
One of the biggest LEGO games is being reassembled on new platforms and the newest platform. The 2013 game, LEGO City Undercover, originally released as a Wii U exclusive, is being ported over to the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo's upcoming system, the Switch. If you never played LEGO City Undercover, it's an open-world sandbox game where players take the role of an undercover police officer, but despite critical praise, sales were low due to the unexpectedly poor sales of the Wii U. Hopefully the game finds new life on the new systems. The port will have updated graphics and audio, but there's no word yet if it will have any new content. It will launch on all the new platforms simultaneously in spring 2017, following the release of the Switch in March. Peter Jackson is taking on another big fantasy book series. The director behind the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies is making a big screen adaptation of the 2001 sci-fi fantasy novel Mortal Engines, which is the first book in a 4-part series. Jackson isn't going to direct the film, but he is producing and writing it with his filmmaking partner and wife, Fran Walsh, with directing duties being handed off to his Lord of the Rings visual effects supervisor, Christian Rivers. Mortal Engines will be a bit of a departure from the land of Middle-earth. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where the survivors use giant, almost living machines in order to fight each other for resources. Sounds like this will give Jackson's Weta digital effects company plenty to do. Mortal Engines will hit theaters in December 2018, the same month we're getting Avatar 2 and the second film in the magical Fantastic Beasts series. Expect your local movie theaters to be very busy.
It was open?
Just a smidge.
If you've spent the last year building up your virtual city, you'll get to have some fun and destroy it next week. The Natural Disasters expansion for the city building game Cities Skylines will launch on Tuesday, November 29th. First announced back in the summer, the Natural Disasters expansion will introduce city-destroying emergencies like earthquakes, fires, and meteor impacts, which will happen unexpectedly during the game, or for those of you who need to take out some aggression, they can be manually triggered at any time if you want. You'll get to show your mayoral skills by planning your response to each emergency as it evolves, and you'll even be able to create your own custom disaster scenarios and then challenge your friends to see how well they handle it. The Natural Disasters expansion isn't free though. It'll cost $15 US. And before we go, we just have to correct something we said yesterday. We mentioned that Star Wars Episode 8 and Avatar 2 may be facing off against each other in December 2018. That isn't true. Star Wars Episode 8 comes out in December 2017, which means Avatar 2 should be able to steer clear of the force field.
That's not how the Force works.
And that wraps us up for the rundown today. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back on Monday with a brand new one. Have a great weekend.
What'd you do?
I bypassed the compressor.
Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.